What I love about high school Kirby, as I will affectionately refer to her as.
Please do.
High school Kirby.
I loved her.
What I love about her, based on what you're saying, is she did not wait until she knew it all before she said it all.
Yeah.
Like we are always telling people to express their faith. Then we're turning around and saying, you don't know anything.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, which one do you want me to be, do, whatever right now? I remember when I gave my life to Jesus, I was simply a born again porn addict. My soul was saved, my body was not. Right? My actions were not. There was some stuff I stopped right then and there, and there's other stuff that took years to stop. When I tell you years, I was a porn addict for years after I gave my life to Jesus. I was preaching Jesus and still addicted to porn. Now, most people will say, oh, no, you need to have stopped that before you started this. Okay, I get it. And two things can be true. The Bible can be true, and it can also be true that I still have an addiction, and I can be preaching the truth even if I ain't living it. Now, I know that's going to piss some people off.
Well, I think people don't have a grasp on what sanctification is then.
Sanctification is a process.
Yes.
It's a journey.
Yes.
It is not Thanos snap. It is literally a grind. And some stuff is just hard to kill. And so I was getting help for it, and it wasn't a secret, but it was a sin that was very hard to shake. And I only found success in shaking it after I stopped trying to treat the symptom and actually got to the root.
Yep.
Because, porn addiction is just a informational sign that you have a deeper issue. And if you only try to I gotta kick the porn habit, that's actually not your issue. That would be like somebody having a runny nose and you just keep handing them a box of Kleenex. The issue is actually not the runny nose. That's the symptom.
Yep.
You have a cold or the flu.
Yeah.
And what you need is medication that's going to kill the root of it. That way your sinuses clear up, right? So I just commend high school Kirby for going, I know 4 verses and y'all about to get this work.
We're going to try and make it all work together.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I'll tell you more when I learn more, but I know 4 of them, and we just going to go with it. I mean, that's, especially in high school, that's really bold.
I love Jesus.
Yeah, you do. I do too. But to your point, I mean, a lot of people are apprehensive to express that love because of how they may be viewed or judged or whatever. And no, it sounds like high school Kirby was dope.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
I love her.
All right. So you graduate high school and you're living your life. And what's happening? Like, what are you getting into? What are you? You give your life to Jesus at such a young age.
Yeah.
What are you exploring? What are the things that you are gravitating towards in terms of hobbies, giftings, musings? Like, what is interesting to you? Like, what do you see yourself attaching to?
Well, what's interesting,
because you ain't going to parties to see boys.
No.
So what is you doing?
Well, in high school, I started creating content on YouTube. So posting YouTube videos. Vine was a thing, posting Vines.
Yes. Yeah, I remember
TBT. Vine. So I posted an Instagram. That started when I was in middle school. So I was posting content on there and really started growing on YouTube by my senior year is when I really felt like the Lord was telling me, you need to start making content about me. Because I was just posting funny vlogs. My dream in life growing up was I want to be an actress. I want to be an entertainer, bring people joy.
Yeah.
I'm animated. I love that kind of stuff.
Yep.
And So I was like, okay, let me get on YouTube.
Yeah.
Like, that's going to be maybe the way that I get discovered and I can pursue this career. And I love how God will put gifts and talents in us to where as we develop them and when he's introducing the picture, it's like, actually, I'm using it for this thing. Maybe he'll use it for that one day.
Right.
That'd be awesome.
Yep.
But when I was in high school, senior year, that's when he was like, I actually want you to make content about me.
Nice.
And like teach people about who I am through how you can communicate, with how you're animated, with how you're able to actually read the word in a way where people can comprehend what is being said, not just as if it's like one run-on sentence, right?
Absolutely, for sure.
And
For
so
sure.
Going into college then, I go to DBU still. I'm getting my master's in theology right now.
Nice.
But thank you.
Beast mode.
Your girl's trying.
Girl, you doing it. You ain't trying nothing. You doing it.
This is my last semester too.
Let's go. Graduate.
I know.
Turn up.
You're invited.
Let's go.
Come.
Send me the invite.
All of you are invited.
I'm going.
The viewers, you're invited.
Hey, come on.
Come on.
Everybody just got invited.
I know. It'll be fun. But when I went into college, I majored in communications and minored in biblical studies for my degree.
That's smart.
Yeah.
That was actually smart.
It was brilliant because it's like I became more refined in my communication abilities, whether it was online, in the written form, on a stage, in front of a camera, whatever. Like, it's so cool how God used all of those things with me being able to talk to a camera and create content and then, you know, go into school and learn more about like how to refine that. And then on top of that, my senior year at DBU, it was like, oh, God's calling me to also take a minor in biblical studies. And it just so happened I had that many credits left to fill that in.
Nice.
So then that's when the seed, I think, was really planted in me of, wait, there's so much more to this. Like, I can actually study the word at a deeper level and like ask these questions and know how to find the answers and then be able to communicate that, not just the 4 verses and my testimony. Like, that's great.
Yeah, it is.
But like, there's so much depth to it.
Yeah.
And that's when like it was actually really starting to kind of like happen for me, where it was like, this is what I'm called to do, to preach and to speak the word of God and to teach the word of God in any format I can.
Yep.
And I mean, that's really what I did in college. It was, I'm creating content, I'm traveling the world, I'm speaking and preaching, start a podcast.
Whoa, you traveling the world?
Yeah.
Where was you going?
I went to Oslo, Norway, went to London, England. I went on a couple mission trips to the Alps and to Italy and to Austria, went to Australia, went to a lot of places.
Okay, slow down. Okay. All right, so high school Kirby. And then we got passport Kirby.
Literally.
Can you talk about what you learned in your travels?
I learned that I've learned a lot of things, but I think if we're talking in the realm of at least like Christianity, because that's I went on a lot of like missions or revival events and speaking and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I learned that even though Christianity is widely persecuted and a lot of these countries are not accepted, the people who are about it are on fire. And the people who are here in the West, we got a lot of people sleepwalking, where it's like they're saying they're a Christian. I mean, we live in Texas, so like we know this. It's like people will say they're a Christian, but I'm like, your eyes are still shut. Like you're hitting the snooze button, honestly. Like, people need to wake up. Like the fire that we see over there and just like the realness of what it means to be a disciple, like we're seeing it, I feel like everywhere else. We're seeing it in the US, but not compared to a lot of countries that I've been to, at least.
So thank you. I didn't know what you were going to say. I wasn't leading you or anything like that. And I didn't even know the context to why you traveled to these locales.